Well, MSNBC host and former White House press secretary Jen Psaki taking major flack after some comments about Vice President J.D. Vance and suggesting the second lady is afraid of him. Watch.
I think the little Manchurian candidate, J.D. Vance, wants to be president more than anything else.
Yeah.
I always wonder what's going on in the mind of his wife. Like, are you okay? Please blink 4 times.
Yes.
We'll come over here. We'll save you. And that he's willing to do anything to get there. And that your whole iteration you just outlined, I mean, he's scarier in certain ways.
Psaki got a ton of criticism with users on X saying those comments were disgusting, an insult to women who are in actual bad marriages, and that she's not a good person at all. This, too, during Domestic Violence Awareness Month, Kaylee. So I think it strikes as particularly tone-deaf and, frankly, classless. What say you?
Yeah, how dare Jen Psaki question the marriage of the Vances? Usha Vance is an incredibly smart woman. She graduated from Yale University. Oh, wait, but she also graduated from Yale Law School as well. She clerked for Chief Justice John Roberts. She clerked for Justice Kavanaugh. She's extraordinarily smart and is capable of making her own decisions. And the decision she chose was to marry J.D. Vance, a highly accomplished person. Here's what Usha said about J.D. Vance. At the RNC. He said, when J.D. met me, Usha said, he approached our differences with curiosity and enthusiasm. She talked about how he learned to cook from her Indian mother. And she said, before I knew it, he'd become an integral part of my family, a person I could not imagine living without. They have a beautiful family. But why did Jen Psaki attack Usha? First, she's a strong woman. But second, here is why. The left fears the couple you are looking at. They fear them. The New York Times profiled several young voters who voted for Trump but previously had voted Democratic. Let me just share with you quickly. One said, I was so impressed by J.D. Vance, the way he carried himself, how normal he appeared. Another young voter told the New York Times, I made the decision to vote Trump when I saw J.D. Vance's interview with the New York Times. He's the future of the Republican Party. Finally, a 21-year-old man, I was really impressed with J.D. Vance, especially during the debate. They changed their votes because of that couple. That's a powerhouse couple. Watch out, Jen Psaki.
And Harris, I'm curious because it seems to me what we're seeing is yet again the hypocrisy from those on the left. What happened to building up women or women having agency, women having the ability to form their own identities? I thought that was rammed down our throats because Republicans don't know that, according to people like Jen Psaki and Hillary Clinton. And yet here she is demeaning one of the most accomplished women that younger women can look up to and reducing her to a caricature. Shame on her.
Well, look, I mean, I don't think that this is simply about gender. I think it's also about race. I think it's the horrible things that people say about those on the right, that they are not a big enough tent. Women included, there are not enough women doing this. There are not enough people of color doing this, so on and so forth. And they're having an age fight within the Democrat Party right now. He's a young man. He would be a young candidate. She's a person of diversity by her background and ethnicity. You put those two things together, and yeah, that takes away some of the Democrat narrative to tear down the right, but it also does something else. As you were talking about those young people who maybe jumped gates and like, oh, I think I want to go and vote for this person now. They understand affordability better than maybe anybody in the political landscape today. Have you read the book he wrote about his childhood? Like, he really gets what it means to be poor. She really understands what it means to watch someone love someone who's trying to get their arms around their dream, come from nothing. She saw him at the beginning, you guys. That's amazing. And where he went to an Ivy League school and all of that, she's been there for the whole ride. They bring something that we currently don't even have in politics today. It'll be fascinating. I say you're running and say it often, J.D. Vance. You're making the left nervous.
Ari, the White House released a statement. I'll read it to you in a moment. It's from Stephen Chung, and he talked about Psaki. He said, quote, Jen Psaki must be transferring her own personal issues onto others. She is I don't know if I can say that on air, who has no comprehension of the truth and has to overcompensate for her lack of talent by saying untrue things. Circle back on that, moron. Bravo.
Yeah, I just wish, and maybe I'm naive, but I think anybody who has had the honor of working in the White House, I just think when you leave, conduct yourself with dignity. Do you miss the spotlight that badly that you have to engage in such provocations because you need to be the center of people's attention? And I would hope people who are more mature than that, and clearly, in this instance, she shows she's not. But there's a problem with pundits in that they push provocation as opposed to merit or wisdom or judgment. Educate people. But the other problem the Democrats have here is their a tendency to accuse Republicans of the worst. So she's saying J.D. Vance is personally violent. J.D. Vance is personally violent. The Democrats say Republicans are Nazis, Hitler. I mean, they keep speaking to the extremes and wonder why they lose the middle of the country. It's focused on their economics as opposed to these Democrat provocations they run to an extreme. They're burying themselves when they make these accusations.
Ari, I could not agree more. I think we have a real problem with Democrat hate.
Right.
And Democrats have a problem because that hatred is just oozing out from every corner. It's not healthy to wish anyone else's marriage isn't good. I mean, I am blessed to be in a wonderful marriage. I want everyone else to also be in a wonderful marriage. And that doesn't stop at a political party line. And people don't want to vote for people who do wish harm on a marriage or do speak so negatively. But anyone who knows JD and Usha know they have a beautiful marriage. It's also silly because it's been famously committed to film. Hillbilly Elegy goes through it like.
I mean, come on.
They're pretty open and honest about it. So it was an unwise political move of projection, I think.
That's right. Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.